Alright guys, so this is going to be the continuation of the sunroof delete. And yeah, been going through a lot of trouble today. Today, yesterday, the day before, with my dog being injured. He got in a fight with my other dog and injured his jaw. So you guys already know what that goes through, with that, you know what that means as far as vet bills. But yeah, so I got the headliner off. I took out the these bolts right here, these they're Allen screws, and I took out the glass. I only have one side, one right here, one right here. It should be 3 fasteners per side, but yeah, and I mocked it up, and I got to sand down the edges right here of the actual panel to make it sit in there. But yeah, it fits pretty nice. And so I'm just gonna let you know what I have. Look at this weird thing. I don't want to show you that side because it's too bright, be all overexposed, but it's kind of weird how it has this, and it just yeah, a little bit, so you won't like squish in the door panel. It's kind of weird. I put that visor right there for the dogs. And yeah, so I bought this. This was about 10 bucks, which isn't really bad. I wanted to get the L bracket that went up like an L, but that was like over $20, 20-some bucks. So I decided just to get this, cut it right there, and bend me an L. And then these brackets are going to be held in with these are the M6, and these are 20 millimeter. I don't really need that long, but I already have the matching nut right there. And all this right here combined was a little bit over 16 bucks. I have the drill bits right here, and yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get out these the harnesses, get this out. This is for the center map light, and this is for the dome light, and then this one right here goes to the motor right here, and that just runs basically all the way right there. So I'm just gonna disconnect this, then take out the glass. Alright, so I got the harness right here. This is chilling. So now, came right here. I kind of didn't want to mess any of this up, but that foam tape, whatever, it came off. I had to cut the clip right here, which sucks, but couldn't really get back there. So now I'm gonna take out the glass, and yeah, it's gonna be time to actually drop this thing. So finally. Also, guys, this is what I'm gonna be using to mount the actual the brackets and everything up. It's gonna be a window weld, and this is the same stuff that's used to actually go all around the perimeter of the glass and the quarter windows and all that, and that's what's used to hold in your windows. So if this could hold in a windshield, it could hold in a sunroof plug. So that's actually kind of cool. Got it at AutoZone. Super expensive, almost 35 bucks for this, and it's 10 fluid ounces, 10.5 fluid ounces. So yeah, but I want it basically the best and most durable, you know. So all right, so it's pretty funny. I went to go open the sunroof, and I had to plug it back in because I had disconnected it. So now that I got this one exposed, I'm gonna take this one out, and one on this, pull out the glass, and that's gonna make it easier for me to drop this whole assembly. Alright, so now it's going to be the painful thing, just to take out all these fasteners. So there's one right here, one on the opposite side, 2 here, 2 here, 1 here, and on the opposite side. So yeah, I'm just going to take these off and lower it. Hopefully everything goes as planned. Oh, and take off the drain tubes. Alright guys, so right there, it's out. I just carefully set it in the back, just in case if I ever want to go back. It's right there. But I took off the glass first, and then this second, it wasn't too bad. If lowering it like in one piece, yeah, it would have been
pretty much a disaster. So it wasn't too bad on the back. Plus I was sitting down, so right there, that's crazy. Just a big gaping hole, and it's nice and clean, ready to go. So once I get the plug in there with the headliner, it's gonna be good. Right there. One thing I found kind of interesting though with the RSX, oh shit, is that it's bolted right here. Like the actual panel, the pillar, where the A pillar meets the B pillar and the B pillar meets the C pillar, it's like not a pinch weld, but it's bolted. That's kind of cool. I never seen that, where it's just bolted together instead of just welded. So yeah, and then there's these clips right here for the headliner, and this is a lot more firm than the Integra. Everything here, it just feels a lot more solid compared to the Integra. I'm pretty surprised, but like more integrity and rigidity equals a little bit more weight, and I'm pretty sure this thing you know, weighs a lot more, but it would be kind of cool to put it on a scale. So yeah, looks pretty good. Alright, so next up, it's going to be fitting the actual panel in and making it sit where it's flush on either side. And I got to sand down one side of the panel. It fits going this way, like widthwise, but lengthwise not really. So I got to sand it down, and then that's where I'm going to start bending up these pieces, cut it, drill, and everything. Alright guys, so I'm just cleaning the perimeter around. As you can see, over there's dirty, here's clean. I have these wipes. They don't really leave residue going all around. You could see where it's faded right here. I got the car like that. I mean, soon enough I'm gonna end up scuffing everything and repainting it, but for now it's really not that bad. And the body of the car, it's still pretty good. Just protecting it. Keep it clean and protect it, basically. Gonna go over this side. Get all that filth off. Right here. Probably go over it with the new wipe. And then it's gonna be ready to mock up. Giving it a good sanding. Don't want to sand too much and not too little. Alright guys, so I got the whole panel sanded down, and it's a nice fit. It fits in there, but there's just a little gap because they recommend to put a little gap in between, just when it expands and contracts in the heat, you get no binding issues. So yeah, I got a nice fitment right here, nice fitment right here and right there, and this quarter, it's and this right here, it's a little gap, so it's gonna move around a little bit. So next thing I'm gonna do is clean up again, and then I'm going to start drilling out right here and making the bracket. So I just cut this piece off right here. I don't have anything to cut with, so I just drilled a hole and snapped it. You guys already know the little Harbor Freight setup does pretty good. So what I'm gonna do next is get 4 of these. There's 2, and there's gonna be, that's 3, and then that's gonna be my 4th one. And then I'm gonna bend a little tab over this way, and then that's where it's gonna sit on that little piece, and I'll show you exactly how that's gonna go. Basically, it's gonna be bent right here, and it's gonna come out like that, but it's gonna be a little L coming off. And the reason why I made it long is because I want a long surface area to actually bond with the panel. I don't want it to stick out this much, you know. I want it to stick out that much so I can get the bonding inside there. So it's going to be 2 here, and 2 here, and possibly 1 here. And then from there it's going to be the whole perimeter all the way around. That's going to be with this stuff right there. Oh yeah, so I'm going to cut the rest of these and bend them up. Let's see. This stuff is kind of thick, but yeah. Alright guys, so I got one of the brackets kind of bent. I got to make it a little bit better. That's how it looks right there. I'm going to drill a hole on this side. And then that's just going to go just like that. Or like that. There's going to be 1 here and 1 here. Well, 1 there and 1 there. Just like that. And now let's look at it from above. So from above, see that little indentation? It's gonna look just like that. So yeah, so it's got a nice curve to it too. I could always bend it up or down as I need it, but that's gonna be the general the general angle right there. So I'm going to bend up the other one, start drilling the holes here, and then the most crucial part is actually drilling the hole in here, because I think I want to drill it in the center here. And then if I mess up with these, I could always get these, you know, I could always make another bracket or do something, but you can't keep re-drilling this or keep moving it from side to side. So I'm gonna start drilling the holes now and bend up the other brackets. Guys, so there's gonna be a little change of plan. So I said I was gonna go right here. Better yet, I see that nice little recess right there, and you can see where it's pinched, and I don't have to go through 2 separate, like, you know, like that gap in there. And this metal, it fits exactly in there, if you could see that. So what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna drill right through that spot weld, and there's gonna be a bolt in there anyways, and there's gonna be sealant in between these 2. So yeah, so that's just what I'm gonna do. And there's a spot weld here, and there's others that go all the way across right there. So I think just doing these 2 wouldn't be that bad. And plus I kind of like that they're not so close. 1 right there, 1 right there. This one's more further that way and back there. So that's what I'm just gonna end up doing, and drilling those out, then drilling this out. Guys, so I got those holes drilled out right there. When the bit spit out the back, I kind of marred it up right there, but I could clean that up. And then I got this one right here. So yeah, so gonna use another bit to go up larger size, and then I'm going to start measuring the bracket and drilling the bracket. Alright guys, so I got the brackets drilled out right there too. This little bit eats through steel and aluminum pretty nice. I think these are the titanium coated, I'm not sure, but these things are pretty dang sharp. So next I'm gonna go with old little Christmas tree bit right there, and then I'm gonna go to the size of my fastener. But yeah, so I'm gonna use Loctite, and I gotta go back to get the locking nut too, so I'm just gonna make sure that these things are secure. But with the window well, that thing's not gonna come loose. But yeah, so now I'm gonna drill these out. Alright guys, so finally got this one to go through. It's the biggest bit that I have, and I think if I go a little bit bigger right here, it's gonna be a little bit too big. So yeah, just gonna leave it at that and then just screw that through, and then I'm gonna drill through the car using this one so these bolts can go through. Alright guys, so I got the bracket right there, got this one. It's like loosely fit, but these are gonna tighten up really nice. I'm gonna go drill the other ones. I already did like a little slight mock-up and it's pretty much spot on. It's gonna be about a millimeter lower than the surface, and yeah, it's not gonna be above, so it's gonna be pretty much a success. Let me drill those out real quick. Pretty painful to drill those out because drilling into the body sucks, but you'll never even see it. Alright guys, so I got the brackets up. Bracket 1, 2, 3, and 4. So next up, I'm gonna put the panel. Then I'm gonna try my best to seal it in. Let's see how this goes. One thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get masking tape, put masking tape all around, and I'm gonna have about a 1/2 inch off the edge. And then on the panel, I'm gonna have a 1/2 inch off the edge. So it's gonna be about a 1 inch, or I'll probably go to a 1/4 inch and then a 1/4 inch. So I can have a 1/2 inch all the way around of the sealant. And I'm gonna put sealant on this also. And I still have to prep the panel a little bit more as far as scuffing, where it's going to be, you know, bonded to. And yeah, it's gonna be all good. So next I'm gonna pop it in. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, there it is right there. I still have to massage it in there, but yeah, just literally just threw it in there. So now I'm gonna see if it needs a little bit more sanding in some areas, and then I'm gonna get to masking everything up. Alright guys, so I put in another bracket. That thing's solid, and I have all the other ones tightened down completely. I am gonna switch them out for locking nuts, but that's just what I'm gonna use for now. And then next up is gonna be re-cleaning this because, you know, it got a little dusty. I have some masking tape, gonna put the masking tape all around, and then from there I'm going to start bonding it to the car, and using that stuff right there, the window weld. It's basically gonna be in there like a windshield. So yeah, gonna start with that masking. Alright guys, so I got the perimeter taped off. That's where it's gonna be sealed all the way around. And then now I'm going to do the same thing, but on the inner edge or the outer edge of the panel. Set it down and put that sealant all around, and then I'm probably gonna back the underside with tape, and then I'm gonna go around the whole thing with the sealant or with the adhesive, the window weld, because I don't want to run the risk of it going inside and possibly dripping on the interior. But yeah, so that's how it looks, and now it's time to do the same to the panel. Alright guys, so there it is right there. All nicely masked up. Let's see the other side. And here's this side. Looks pretty good. Not perfect, but you won't be able to tell anything. So next I'm going to start applying the adhesive, and yeah, that's where it's gonna get a little bit messy and a little bit scary, because once it's on, there's no going back. Alright guys, so I got the panel scuffed where it's going to be mating to these brackets. I have this stuff right here. Going to open it, put it on there, set it on gently, and then I'm going to go around the whole perimeter. I have no tripod, so I'm just going to do this quick because yeah, it took a lot of work to get this far, and I'm pretty much done already. So yeah, physically. So now I'm gonna put this, let's see how it goes. I'll show you right now how it looks like. Alright, so that's how it looks like right there. And there it is open. I'm just pushing it out the back. So yeah, so pretty thick stuff, so I'm not gonna make a mess too much. But yeah, so it's gonna be good. So now I'm just gonna squeeze those out and lay it on there. Alright guys, so I have it all the way around. I went around with my finger with the glove, and then I packed it in between. So I'm gonna take off this tape to get like a nice clean edge, and then I'm gonna let this dry, put more tape, and then I'm gonna go where I could actually fill in, because right now it goes in, but I kind of want to have it where it goes over a little bit, like an actual seal. So yeah, and let's see inside. Look at right there, right there. That's all under. Oh, that's all underneath right there. You can't really see it, but that's all underneath there, and right there. And I could always add more too. So this stuff is pretty cool. So now I'm gonna re-glove and then take this off right here. All right, guys. So you can't really see anything, but I'm gonna continue this tomorrow because I am basically dead already. All right. So yeah, just gonna go around again, because as you can see, you see that little light spot right here? That's a hole, and if it rains, that's not good. So I just got to go around again and add more sealant. But yeah, I'm just trying to find where it needs more sealant. But yeah, so next day is gonna be right now. All right, guys. So here's the next day. That thing is super solid. It's not spongy, nothing. It cured very, very nice. So what I'm gonna do now is get a razor blade and cut the excess off, like all the little high spots, because you can see it kind of looks a little bit ugly. And then I'm going to mask it up again and reapply another coat of that stuff. And then I'm gonna fix up back here where I kind of missed some spots, or actually just one spot. And then yeah, all right guys, so for right here, these brackets came out perfect. As you can see, it came out the sides, and this stuff is very, very firm. Looks pretty good over there. I put this extra bracket just in case, because if there's a wind coming this way, yeah. So I'm gonna go around all this inside and end up sealing from the inside also, all the way around, and especially back here, because I got one little hole right there. As you can see, there's light. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do right now, and then fix up the top and be done with this. Alright guys, so pretty much finished up. All I have to do is just put the headliner and dome light and everything, and I still have to like trim some of this right here just to make it look nice, because you can see there's some high spots and just little, I guess you could say, stragglers, just little things like that. So yeah, so I just washed the car and it is leak free,
and it's a nice noticeable difference whenever cornering. Feels better. It's more responsive, and yeah, that looks pretty dang nice. So here's the outside. I still have to go with the razor blade, like I said, so that's why it looks like this, but yeah. And this is North Wind composite, so pretty dang cool. And then here's the inside, right there. Completely sealed up. All right, so the brackets have the seal underneath, and I put sealant all the way around right there. I made sure that the metal was completely bare. It has no type of wax or coating or anything that falls through, debris. You want to make sure that the surface is 100% clean and stripped of everything, and in order for this stuff to stick on very well. Yeah, it does look messy, and I kind of didn't want to do this, but I didn't just want to have, you know, have this bare and then have the top. I kind of wanted like that extra layer of protection, and it goes all the way back. And as you can see, the sealant right here, this stuff is pretty dang hard. It's on there, like. And then let me get one from the back, right there. Oh yeah, so this is something that somebody could do easily in one day. And if they're not recording, obviously, like I am, they could do it in way less time. I still have the drain tubes right here, so when there's a leak, it fills up the little channel where the sunroof is at. It leaks down in there just in case there is leaks, but those things do leak and these things do work, but I don't need them anymore. So yeah, so let's take another look outside, and yeah, and in a future update I'll show you everything with the actual with the headliner. So yeah guys, that's how it looks like. Still looks like a sunroof, but it's just light as hell. Good reflection. There was one little part that I did mess up on, and it was right here. It's a little bit low. Yeah, I'll show you better. You can see it's not even gonna show up, and even if I tell you, when I stand back, you won't even be able to see it. But when you go like this, the panel is a little bit lower than this. Like this bows out, and then this is a little bit more flat. And that's just because of the fact that when I put the panel in, after it cured, I think the adhesive shrunk and it pulled it in. So it's like, it's got like a little dip right here, but you can't even tell from right there. But yeah, I just have this right here because of Mikey. He gets pretty hot, and even though this thing has ice cold AC, I still just don't like all the UV rays, you know. That's why I have this right here. But yeah, so I'm gonna clean this up, and yeah, I resealed it, and now it's 100%. So that's gonna be the video. This is part 2. That's just showing me how I did it. First time doing it, came out pretty good. Impressed with the product. Remember, this is a North Wind composite, and yeah, everything's gonna be in the description. Check it out, buy one, hit them up, email them, and yeah, let them know that you want one of these, because this is what this car really needs. You know, it just needs to go on a diet, and there's gonna be plenty more modifications and stuff to this car, but it's still gonna look, you know, relatively original, because I don't really like to show off, you know. It's yeah. All right guys, so I'll see you guys in the next one. If you like this video, want to see more, please subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.